What's up? What's going on, my friends? It is Monday evening, and we're here to talk about magical darkness. All right? So, first things first, let me grab the live stream link, and I'm going to pop that in the Discord. Feels like my ears want to pop or something, man. I don't know what's going on. Gotta love the way the body randomly works, where it's just like, is it the room that's making my ears feel like this? Is it me? I had like a very mild headache earlier, so maybe I just need water or something like that. I'm aging in real time. Okay. All right. I got stacks of cards all over the place now, so we're living dangerously. We're living dangerously, my friends. All right, let's switch it over to live chat. Have some root beer and hellos. Here's the root beer. And here are the hellos. What up, Gossip, Cool Guy, Millmaster, Eng, Loco, Felonious T, Ned, Zircon, Garthulu, Error. Who else is in here? Yamagoro, Jess, Noob. What's up? How's it going? Oh, did I not? Probably not. Yeah, it's not changed from yesterday. Well, DJ Longhair is not getting extra credit because this ain't no school, even though I would totally school him. There we go. I guess I'm not in the right place either. Oh, well, that's fine. Been busy with things today, so now everything's in order. Perfect. Except for this dry throat. I must moisten it. What up, Devo? Good day to you as well. So, my friends, it's been a hilarious day, obviously, when it comes to Magic the Gathering, all the stuff that's going on, the comical nonsense with MTGO specifically. Like, I rarely end up talking about MTGO at all. But what was going on with it was just ridiculous enough that it's like, okay, even though it feels like almost nobody's using it anymore, I gotta talk about it because it's absurd, right? Yamagaro, you're gonna get back into Battletech. The mini game with the mechs from like decades ago? Nothing wrong with that. Loco got a couple hours of Final Fantasy 2 in today. Nice. That's awesome. Final Fantasy is good times. I didn't play any Final Fantasy today. I did get a bit of Arena in, so I did bust a few games loose. And considering right now I've been playing the white-blue soldier precon, it was super convenient that today's goal was play 30 white or blue spells. I'm like, all right, I'll take the free 750 gold for what I was going to do anyhow. Thank you very much. My resources are starting to pile up. I've got, 45 packs of Markov Manor to open. Karlov Manor. It's funny. People think that I do it on purpose, the Markov Karlov stuff. I don't. Talking to Carly about it, I would say Markov Manor. And she was like, it's Karlov Manor. That's what she said to me today. Because she thought that I wanted help, like, making sure that I always say it right. But I said to her, I'm like, I don't care. When I say it, if I say Karlov, if I say Markov, they both mean the same thing. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything to anybody, really. And for the OCD knob jockeys, they can get to go, hey, stop it! So everybody wins, and fuck them, I don't care. Cry about it somewhere else. That's so when she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll stop telling you, you know? She's like, I'll stop mentioning it. I'm like, I'm not trying to fix it. I don't care. The set's not worthy of respect. It's not going to be around for very long. I don't need to worry about remembering it because it's not going to have any impact on Magic. So, plus people apparently like talking about how I messed it up. And I don't even know how many times I say one versus the other. On my part, I thought I did a pretty good job of actually saying Karlov Manor at least a few times in that video. I was like, hey, that's the right one. But I don't know. I'm sure I said Markov Manor a bunch too. It's just natural. It's just natural. Ned, you say Markov all the time too. Bro, I type it into the titles. I type it into the actual thumbnails and stuff. Not intentionally. It just flows better. And the MKM, like I said before, the set moniker MKM sounds way more like Markov Manor than Karlov Manor. And Karlov Manor sounds like mega Russian. It sounds like it's Russian and in some like snowy locale where we've got to infiltrate it with our tuxedos. You guys ready? You guys ready? What up, Jugglum? How you doing, buddy? Markov Manor is a chapter title in the lore from back in the day. Yeah, it's either 2015 or 2016. Markov Manor straight up in the title. Plus, we know Soren Markov. Like, people go Soren Markov. Nobody uses Tesa's full name. There's only one Tesa, there's only one Soren. But for some reason, we all go Soren Markov, or more people know it, and nobody goes Tesa Karlov. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. But that's just the way it goes. Maybe Soren just took the of space in our mind. So Karlov, Markov, you know? Error, you were surprised? You were surprised I said Karlov in the video? You know what, bro? Inside, I was a little surprised too. You know what? I think I'm going to go grab a pill for my headache here, bro. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. It's like, it's persistent enough that it's going to distract and annoy me. And I should have grabbed something before, but I didn't. So I'll be right back. Weird, man. They put like a tasty outer coating on that one. Popped it into my mouth, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. That tastes pretty decent. Boris Karlov Manor plaid. That's funny. Ned says, Wizards are tired of just messing up the economy, the card quality, and the metagame, so now they'll mess up the set name abbreviations, too. That's funny. That's funny. Alan, with prices they are the way they are and birth rates as they are, you're seriously concerned about the longevity of the game as a whole. I've never heard anybody bring birth rates into it, and honestly, I don't think that there's any point in having that conversation when Wizards is driving the game into the ground, and birth rates don't matter when Wizards' average player is like 30 years old, right? That's it. Like 30 years old is the average Magic player. And Wizards has tried a lot of things to try and bring in the younger folk. And I mean, it will obviously appeal to a certain subset of people because Magic is an incredible game. But fewer and fewer people are going to come into contact with Magic and play it in any form other than Arena, right? Because paper Magic is going to be less and less, like, it's going to be more difficult to come across, really, right? You're going to have a situation where the LGSs are going to either fold or retreat from Magic the Gathering, which is exactly the same difference as far as the game's concerned. Whether a game store goes, I can't stay in business, or I refuse to stock Magic because it's bad business, right? I don't know. There's arguments that people try and make where they're like, LGSs have to have Magic, and Magic compromises a ton of their business. And it's like, if something compromises a ton of your business and it's fatally flawed, you've got a huge problem. Things aren't going to keep going the way they are, right? Like... So, yeah, it's like there's fewer places to play it. It becomes more expensive. And what's there to draw people in aside from stupid gimmick number 47, right? Like, yo, hey kids, I heard you guys like Pal World or whatever. So we made Gal World. It's full of lady monsters that are empowered. And, will you buy it from us? We'll dab and floss or whatever you kids do. The set's really mid. We promise. No cap. Maybe cap. Mid. Right? This set is Riz, kids. Can I have your money? Like... Oh. So yeah. Alan, your girlfriend and you don't want a kid because That's what you think? You think it's shot because of the current era? All right, man. Well, I'll vote with you. I'll vote with you guys not having a kid too. Boo! I don't want you guys to have a kid because I hate you, both of you, deeply from the bottom of my heart. What up, Bushneck? You haven't tuned in for a while, but you hope I'm doing well. Well, I am doing well, and I'll tell you what, I'm completely tuned out. Always have been. Tuned out and tone deaf. That's how I live my life. Mailmaster says, people like us can't leave Magic fast enough. Well, apparently I'm taking my time. Stupid Gimmick 48 is going to be amazing. You shut up. You shut up. I don't want to hear about Stupid Gimmick 48, which is cowboys and butt plugs. Welcome to Oko Island, where Kellen is forced to lick butter off his own dad's abs. This is the real villainy, son. When you're done licking my abs, it's going to be Thanksgiving because I got 2 butter balls down south for you. Oh no. Oh no. Will Oko Pork Kellen tune in for a very confused and disgusting episode of What the Fuck Happened to Magic? What up, Jay? Packhead, what's up? I don't know what mid means. I don't know what any of the words these kids say mean anymore, bro. I don't know if mid means good, bad, middle. I don't know any of it. I know that Riz is probably banging, something like that. And then cap and no cap. One means you're lying, one means you're not. And I also know what drippy means because I almost smacked a kid in the face for saying it to me. Like, he didn't realize he was trying to compliment me. Because when you're from my generation and somebody says something about having the drips, they're saying you got an STD and your dick is fucked. So that's what I thought the kid was saying. He just stepped out. He stepped out. He went out of his way to go, yo, you look like you got an STD. And I'm just like, you're lucky I have somewhere to fucking go. And I'm not going to give you special attention. And just walked on by with the eye of, you just avoided death, kid. And then I'm standing there taking a leak going, wait a minute. He didn't say it with the tone you'd say that to somebody. He said it like he was being complimentary. And it's just like, oh no, you're getting old. You don't know what anything means anymore. Look it up. So I try and look it up. And the only definitions I find at first are, your faucet is leaking. Or the one that I know, you got an STD. And then I'm like, oh, how do I search stuff for kids? Like, how do I find out dumb slang kids are using? And I'm like, what do stupid kids like? TikTok. So I just type in drippy TikTok. And that's how I figured out what it meant. I'm like, I'm not long for this earth, son. Plaid Riz equals charisma. What? What? I don't know, man. Cthulhu, the new lingo is rather annoying and frustrating, and you think it makes everyone dumber by existing. Welcome to aging. All the words we use, same difference, for real. It's mad, stupid, all this fucking dumbass shit we say. It's not like our slang's any better. It's just the slang we know, right? It's all dumb, but it's the dumb we know. So it's the good. It's, oh no, that's the way you do it. No, that's the way it's been done for a chunk, and now the new chunk is doing dumb nonsense. Yeah, McGarl, the Markov Manor card you ordered did drop in price almost 10% since. Yeah, there's multiple people saw my video where I said that, like, the financial collapse, and they're like, you're a clickbait whoa, wait. Okay, so I thought you were talking shit. And then I went and actually looked at the numbers and was like, oh no, he's right. Yeah, I'm not just fucking pulling shit out of my ass here, right? So it's like, bro, it's insanely brutal right now. Markov Manor is Markdown Manor. 100. Sad. Listen, man, there's no way you could have known that going back to Ravnica wouldn't be fun. You're wrong. First of all, we didn't go back to Ravnica. Let's be very clear. This isn't going back to Ravnica. That's fucking bullshit, right? It's hilarious. The last time before this was like, we're going back to Ravnica. This time it's autumn. And it's like, what? Yeah. You're going to get to see orange and red leaves on the trees. It's these motherfuckers for real? But I'll take that. I thought next time we go back to Ravnica, it'd be like, now it's winter, but now it's like, we're going back to Ravnica. Now it's in a house. What? Yeah, one house. Oh, okay. Why? Bunch of Capenna guys. Sorry, what? Did I miss the memo? Trench coats and hats, fucking fedoras for everybody. Oh, you know, like, what? What? So yeah, man, for real, how are you even like, that's not this, we didn't go back to Ravnica, bro. We did not go back to Ravnica at all. At all. Damien, totally tubular, man. Gnarly. I remember, like, I think that was like right before my time, because I never used tubular and gnarly. Those weren't mine. What up, Gordo? How you doing? Markov Mana is going to be standard for a while. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years, which may mean one card becomes relevant 2 years from now. Doesn't make the set worthwhile now, does it? No, it doesn't. Yo, bro, if you could be happy for one day in your marriage fucking 6 years from now, is it worth getting married? You know what I mean? That's the deal. That's the deal. We didn't land on Ravnica. Ravnica landed on us. That's right. That's right. Is this really worse than the Fallen Empire Chronicles era? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You have to understand that fundamentally, underneath it all, the difference is what really matters. If you just go on the surface and you go, look, first of all, I am of the mind, and it's impossible to change my mind on this, that Chronicles was a fantastic move. The card supply was choked the fuck off. And the only people who were like, no, these reprints shouldn't happen, are people who are like, I have the scarce few copies of these cards, but like, there's a difference. Like, Magic sets were printed for like a couple of months back then, and you'd get a couple of boosters. It had a genuine scarcity problem that literally would have choked the game in the cradle. Good luck if you can't have the cards to play. So Chronicles was awesome in that all of a sudden, all these really hard to get Legends cards were accessible and you could play with them. And yeah, it certainly did affect the prices of those cards, right? They came cratering right down, which is what caused the knee-jerk reaction, the reserve list, all that insanity. But ultimately, Chronicles was great. Fallen Empires was a perfect fucking storm. Let's be very clear that Fallen Empires, from a flavor perspective, brilliant. They were also new when they were starting out. So exploring the idea of doing sets in different ways like this is fine. It wasn't done from a point of greed. Understand that a lot of the things we see in current era Magic are done from a fucking standpoint of how do we extract as much money from these people as possible? Where back then, it was a game first and foremost. It was like, yeah, we want to sell you this product, but we're trying to make a good product. So Fallen Empire's flavor was amazing. Fallen Empire's problem, one of the biggest problems for it, obviously, is the fact that when you have like 4 different art variations of one single common, you're gonna just, there's not enough variety in a set like that. So that was a big problem for Fallen Empires. But what really compounded that is Fallen Empires is when Wizards of the Coast finally figured out all of their production issues in terms of quantity. So up until Fallen Empires came out, it was very hard to get Magic. So for example, Legends was only on the shelves of the game store I went to for one day. And you're only able to buy 3 packs. That's it. I only ever saw it once. Gone. That's how it went, right? Things like Revised, there was more of. So you didn't have that kind of a problem with the base set. But expansions, gone in the wind so quickly. There wasn't enough to go around. So what happens is you turn around and you have a scenario where game stores want Magic because people are fiending for it. It is an insane success. And there's just not enough to go around. If you go, I want 50 boxes, you're going to get 5. The store's figured out a pattern of whatever I actually say I want, I get about 10% of that. So what they would do is order 10 times the amount they want. So the 10% they did get. So you just go, well, look, if I want 50 boxes, I got to say I want 500. And then they'll just go, we can only give you 50 or whatever it is. That's the mentality. And so that persisted up until Fallen Empires, where the stores were like, I want this. And Wizards was finally like, full steam ahead. We can fulfill every order. So now all these stores that are ordering 10 times as much, they got it all. All you want. And they're just, oh no. So like Fallen Empires, it's ubiquitous. It has like a common and uncommon setup instead of like a full-on rarity setup, because they were still experimenting with different levels of uncommon and whatever. So the set didn't have enough variety, and it also suffered from Wizards of the Coast finally sorting out their production issues. So Fallen Empires itself isn't like, it's a failure, but it's not indicative of a company that's failing, right? There's such a huge difference now. Back then, they would burn cards that were garbage quality. They're like, we can't sell these to people. We're literally going to destroy these and go again, because it doesn't cost that much to make these, and we don't want to rob our customers. And now they're putting no effort into the sets at all. Like Markov Manor has more effort put into the random ARG puzzles. I've got 13 puzzles in real life you can do, but there's problems there. You got to buy all the products. Some of the products are missing the inserts you need. Good job on Wizards quality, but ultimately the company is being guided by decisions of how can we get more money from these people? Not how can we make the game better? How can we extract as much cash as possible? And that wasn't how it was back in the day. It's completely different. James P. membership message. Member for 22 months. Cheers to that, buddy. It says, in a row, Hatcher Channel rules. Agreed. Oh, James P. coming back as well. Lord of the Board. Too easy. You said it, buddy. You're the Lord of the Board, son. Here, let me heart that. So yeah, the failures that are happening now are the failures of a company that like are basically looking to milk as much as they can out of a shrinking player base. They don't have a way to bring new people in because the proposition is getting steadily worse, right? So they've got a smaller player base that they have to extract more and more money from. That's their current. Their plan isn't to strengthen the game. Their plan isn't to do the things that they like. Ultimately, at the company, they know some of the things they have to do to improve the game for players, but they're not willing to do it because Hasbro won't let the upper management at Wizards do it. They're like, you will lose your job if you try any of this crap. So Hasbro's not going to let it happen. Wizards of the Coast top levels just get the money you can. You know, it's unfortunate. It's a completely different design environment. And like people who think that just because Wizards have been churning good money numbers on Lord of the Rings, sales numbers are not an indicator of the underlying health of a game and its customer base. James P. gifted 5 Hatcher memberships. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you're also the member lord now, son. So Gerthulu, Felonious T, Plaid, Judlum, and Alan all gifted wonderful Hatcher memberships. Nicely done, James P. Dominic says, I've been contacted by Wizards. Please stop calling it Markov Manor. Look, the only reason that Wizards of the Coast has contacted you is to say, we're going to delist you and your store because you're a scumbag who tries to put their fingers inside of people when they come to your shop. Thanks for the super chat, but you're a gross human being, Dominic, and I don't want to be associated with you. You know what I mean? So I don't believe for a second that Wizards asked you to have me stop calling that at all. At all, buddy. I'm going to start calling it Marcarly Calkins Manor. Okay, that's terrible. Hey, Dominic, has anybody ever told you that your last name just looks like a bunch of made-up bullshit? Because it does. Like TZG in your... Really? Really? What kind of fucking clownish last name is that? Right? TZG. It sounds like a knockoff version of like TCG or a shitty TMZ. Either way, you fucking disgust me. And if you were here, I'd tell you to open your mouth so I could spit in it. So yeah, man, honestly, it feels like they're looking at Magic as like something where they're like, let's get what we can out of it because Where are we gonna, like, we're not getting fresh blood flowing in the same way. James P. Hail Sliverical. Yeah, that's right. Get Dominic out of here. Get him off the board. Get that out of here. Cthulhu, yeah, bro. I feel you on the whole story's like not really tying together well, and all of that. I will say the Markov story actually ties together pretty well. So in terms of like recent lore, it's not nearly as like gripping as more epic stories, and it ignores some really like obvious things like, hey, this world has necromancers and people who can speak to spirits and telepaths, so we can just figure out this way faster than having a stupid. It's like having Sherlock Holmes and then you're like, wait, Sherlock Holmes on that world full of mind readers and stuff? Yeah, watch him deduce. Sorry, there's mind readers in the same world that you have Sherlock Holmes. Isn't it cool though? Watch him figure it out. But no, like what? No. Like that's what it turns into. So I give him points for having like continuity for the newest story. It doesn't have a lot of glaring where you're just like, doesn't even make sense why they did this, you know? They obviously had to ignore most of the magic in the world. Dominic says it's German. You beautiful man. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that I'm beautiful. All right. And I don't believe you. I doubt that's why. I doubt that's a human being's name. You know what I mean? You probably just have something worse than that. And you're just like, I'm going to write something. That's what you think a human name looks like. I'm going to start with me because it's me. And then I'm going to go TCG because that makes sense, right? That's a normal sequence. We definitely don't need vowels in there. And then I'm going to end with Oh, that's right. You think I can't fucking see right through you, bro? It's very, very evident from your name. So, yeah. Nice try. Nice try. Like I'm going to lose to somebody with a molester mustache, right? Logo says, someone with more money than me should PayPal at your 60 installments to get the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster on the Switch before the sale ends on the 15th. Bro, Pixel Remaster is dope. If it works the same way as the ones they have on Steam, it is great. I like a lot of the features of it. Only thing I don't like is having the map pop up right away, and that's it. Other than that, I'm vibing on it. Martin, you figure all the telepaths were busy with something important? You're right, dude, because like all that was happening was the leaders of like the most important parts of society were getting snubbed out. The most famous, rich, and powerful people on the plane were getting like taken down. Also, on top of that, you had like what's his name, Krenko, just running death wagons through the street. How's Krenko allowed to do that? Also, how does Kylox have vehicles and weapons and stuff and show up on the box, but in the story he's like, I'm gonna walk down a hallway and then die. It's like, do you want to have any impact on this story? Do they want to try even fucking slightly here? Alan, you really enjoy Alpha Clash lore? Right on, right on. Damien, you think Wizards has spent their creative stockpile? There's nothing left? I think that there's genuinely creative people working at Wizards of the Coast. I do. But they're like muzzled and shackled by the like the current management, where it's just like, okay, you have to make a this set, you have to make a this crossover, this is what you're doing. And so the creativity that could be used to birth new worlds instead is spent like figuring out how to make Fortnite magic cards. How do I make a Fortnite donkey pinata card? It's unfortunate. I don't think that the creativity is gone. I think that it's only used in particular ways, man. So yeah, Markov Manor is just, it's insane. It's they had already thrown Standard to the wolves. But now they want Standard to come back. That's the crazy part. They threw their baby to the wolves. And then they walked out of the fucking woods like a couple years later with the fucking baby's chewed up bones and went, why baby dead? Baby live? You help baby live? Why nobody like baby? You mean the baby you fucking let the wolves run off into the woods with? Yeah, can we have money? Baby, no move. Why baby, no move? We want baby. We always love baby. We have theory on why baby, no move. You have theory? All right. Okay, great. So we're bringing Standard back. How you doing that? It's 3 years now. How does that fix any of the problems? 3 years! We got more announcements. They're coming. We're back. We got more announcements. We figured out how to fix Standard. Okay, it's 3 years now. And also, we don't do bans. It's like, the problem is that you make insane fucking nonsense busted cards and everything's always insane and there's no balance and whatever. We hear ya. No bannings. No. We said no balance. You got it. No balance. No bannings. No. Fix Standard. We did fix Standard. Cards from it go into Modern now. And they go into Commander. Mainly Commander, because that's what we're here for. That's what we're all here for, right? Hi, you Standard players. Are you excited about this Commander event? I mean, this Standard event? We have Commander prizes. And we're selling Commander. Hey, you new to Magic? Want to get into Magic's newest format, like on Arena? Yeah, like Standard or whatever? Yeah, no, well, not like, no, because Arena has Standard, but like Magic's best format, the real one you really want to be playing? You know how you came to play Standard? Well, we have decks to go with the new Standard set. And it's like, cool, what is it? It's a Commander deck. And it's like, what is this crap? Well, you don't play normal Magic with it. You play something that's like not actually what Magic is, but now we say that's what Magic is because enough other people just started doing that with it. And so we're like, they're who we cater to, even though that format did perfectly well for decades without this unmitigated attention put on it. And now that it's become the sole focus of the game is withering around the concept of, we don't need anything to make sense. We don't have to worry about anything because the casuals will just buy it and we'll just get money and they'll pay for like anything. And then they're like, what's going on with Markov Manor? Why aren't they buying it, guy? Standard's like 3 years. I'm sure there's lots of stuff in here that can fight against Sheoldred and beseech the... It's so dumb. It's so dumb, bro. Dominic says, anyone want to buy some Markov Manor collectors? Oh, God. What up, Just Might? How you doing? You don't know why Phyrexia was even a threat? You want to know what's incredibly aggravating about that? The whole Phyrexia taking over. Bro, there was the Phyrexian Carrick, and he was just essentially a regular level sleeper agent. And he was able to build a presence for Phyrexia that was big enough on its own, using his own ingenuity and the advantage of fast time bubbles. He was able to take on a planeswalker essentially on, not on his own because he had these forces, but he used a fast time bubble to rapidly generate a gigantic Phyrexian army, and he just kept throwing his troops into the hamburger grinder as he's trapped in this fast time bubble trying to find a way out of there. And he basically lures Urza in and just keeps harpooning him and messing him up so that he can't planeswalk away. And he's just a regular Phyrexian who made more of himself and took one of the most powerful planeswalkers and managed to keep him trapped for a bit in a way that felt believable and enjoyable, right? So to have the entire Phyrexian army go, beep, boop, beep, we're actually all connected to Elish Nord by Wi-Fi, bro. And the Wi-Fi router thing, it's on the fritz, so all Phyrexians fall down. And it's like, oh, okay, so Elish Norn has got a connection to all the Phyrexians. Yeah, she needs to, have that connection to control them all kind of thing. Okay, so how are any of the Phyrexians allowed to turn on her at the end? What do you mean? Well, she's controlling them all with the Wi-Fi and has a connection to them with the Wi-Fi. Yeah. So when they turn on her, why doesn't she just go, no Wi-Fi for you? Listen, man, they knock her legs off and then they beat her up. And then when she's gone, it's like, oh shit, there's no Wi-Fi because Karn unmade her. Karn unmade our router. So, no Wi-Fi, beep boop, we fall down everywhere. And Phyrexian oil just won't be a problem because that costs money. It costs money to talk about and deal with and all of it. So, can you guys just act like we did this gigantic, like, huge 15 set war of insanity and like this is the culmination instead of we all just crammed it into like one set where it doesn't make no sense and it's just like, oh, by the way, remember Teferi's place? Well, Phyrexia's there now. Teferi's Zalfir that's in that alternate outside of time, whatever, it just gets swapped for Phyrexia. But like they're not the same size or nothing. None of that matters. Who cares? Phyrexia's just tucked away again for when we need it. Wasn't that like super satisfying? Didn't you like it when the Praetors just like randomly like, oh, Jin-Gitaxias, why is he attacking Elish Norn? Like why, first of all, why is he attacking Elish Norn? Secondly, why is he physically attacking Elish Norn? Like, that's not his style. What's going on here? And then you're just like, Sheoldred is brought before, and it's like, Sheoldred, my ultimate nemesis, the one who's always been trying to stop me, the biggest thorn in my side, I will deal with you. And I'm like, so, what? They take Vorinclex, and they cut his horn off, and it's like, or Norn breaks his horn off or something and throws it, and it's just like, yeah, emasculate him. I love it. That's a very phallic, symbolic move that you've taken. And having Vorinclex, this big, massive threat, beheaded by this, like, angel lady that you made sure we knew was an angel lady and also made sure that we knew she was really good at drinking, better than men at drinking. This is super satisfying. And also, sorry, Urbrask, sorry you were born a fucking Phyrexa dude, because you're no longer the nemesis. I know that you had your own like secret rebellion that you were fomenting, and like you let the Mirren rebels live there, and then the entire story they built up how you were the biggest foil to Elish Norn and you were going to be the key. And remember how you literally traveled, like you remember how you used Tezzeret to use the planar bridge to travel to like Capenna, and it stripped all the flesh off your body, and you learned about Halo or whatever in your battle against Elish Norn. And remember how they basically just killed you off screen randomly in the story? And it's just like, what? What's up, Cinder? So yeah, it's like, it's hilarious that they just put all this stupid crap in, like it makes the story better. And now they're just going in another random direction. We're like, okay, we get it. The tides are turning, and people don't like all this as much. So you want here, Kellen's a boy, Kellen's a guy. We're gonna put him in the front, and we're gonna put him in every set. We're gonna paint him into the artwork. We're not gonna have it make any sense though. Okay, we're not gonna have it make any sense. We're gonna give you a bunch of details that are gonna leave you wholly unsatisfied. Where Kellen, I like Kellen as a character, but Kellen's mom is like a piece of garbage. And I thought like they didn't want to present women as being terrible, but bro, for real, his mom is a fucking terrible person. Like, she's just like, go away, Kellen's stepfather. Go away while I talk to him about banging Oko, but I won't do that until he's gone on a long quest to risk his life. Also, I could have given him magic gear that would protect him before he went on this quest. Also, we don't actually have to live in like farm, like squalor, poverty level stuff. We're like, I have access to like magic and like rich garments. I can make clothing that's worth more than anything in the entire city of Edgewall. And you're just like, why is this included in the end? What? Dominic says, I put your video on TV during open play commander night. Now I'm being sued for sexual harassment. Can't respond. Good. Bro, that has nothing to do with putting my video up. Just look at your profile picture. Like, for real. Pretend you're not the greasy douchebag that you are. And try and think what a normal human would look at. Like, everybody in here right now should be suing you for that. Look at that. Look at that face, bro. Look at your mustache. All right? All right? So, that's on you. So yeah, Kellen's fun, man. Like the idea that Kellen wanted to know his lineage was like, okay, Kellen thinks he's half Fae, but he's not sure. He's not sure if he has like fairy blood in him. And it's like, okay, all right, that's an interesting premise. Let's see, like in the other villagers, like the kids make fun of him and throw iron at him and stuff because it's like, the fairies don't like cold steel. And he just kind of feels a longing to go out into the woods. Something's calling to him. And there's a part of him as like, because he doesn't know his real dad. There's a part of him that imagines his dad is some kind of Fey Lord, right? So he can be like, whoa, like, I'm the son of royalty or something, maybe. That'd be cool. Who knows? Maybe he didn't think he was a Fey Lord specifically. But either way, he wants to know who his dad is. So they come up with the cool idea of going, yo, let's send him on a quest. Let's send him on a quest where basically he will defeat 3 witches. And when he defeats these 3 witches, the Fey Lord will be like, I give you the boon of knowing who your father is. And then he can go off on a journey to find his father. So, like, he goes and beats the 3 witches, and then they don't even clearly state that he even delivered the last item. But more importantly, the main reason to go on this quest was to free everybody from the wicked slumber, which at no point did they say ended. At no point is that covered at all. It's like, do you know how we wanted a quest to stop the plague? Can you please just do me the favor of when you write the story, just write in the sentence, and Buddy used it to stop the plague, or like imply it somewhere, anywhere at all, instead of spending a bunch of lines about how Kellen's mom really misses Oko's throbber, and like, you just go, wait. So he comes back, the slumber's not ended, and he doesn't bother with the boon from the Fey Lord. He just goes, I don't care. I want my mom to tell me when she feels like it. Why? What happened in the story that made you think that? I've already dealt with enough dumb shit in this story. Why? What is going on? But anyways, he goes home, and as fate would have it, the exact night he comes home, his mom decides, it's time to tell you about how I banged Oko. Now I'm going to tell your cuck dad to get out of here. Get out of here, step guy who provides everything and I'm just using, and I still every night ache for Oko. And it's like, okay. And then she explains, your dad's Oko. And I went, oh, wow, that's real satisfying. Kellen, with your light blade magic and now your ability to fly, really feel like the son of a shapeshifter. Totally. Absolutely. Completely different abilities that have nothing to do with being a shapeshifter and don't even tie into the same mana colors as Oko. But guess what? It's Oko. So yeah, she's a witch, and she was a novice witch or an apprentice witch or something for like 5 years, and she was out looking for Nightshade, and then Oko showed up, and Oko did the Poco, and then she had Kellen after they did a bunch of porking, but like she makes it very clear that she still wants it all the time and totally would abandon them. Like had a thought of just abandoning the family lots of times to go look for Oko or whatever. And then she presents Kellen this coat that the story says is worth more than anybody in Edgewall, this giant city, owns. It would beggar anyone in Edgewall, which means it's worth more money than anyone in this big city has. I've got stuff that's better than even the mayor or whatever. Okay. And then he's like, I can't wear this, mama. I'll get it dirty. And she's like, don't worry. I enchanted it with protective magics. And you're just like, so you sent your kid, you just let your kid, like, there's, what? Any mother who cared about their kid, who could make protective garments, would make them for their kid. And why are you living like this if you have access to such finery and riches? I don't care to anything? A sentence to throw away, whatever, any of it? No? Okay, fuck me then, I guess. And now they have the story going, Kellen's half Fae, so he can't lie. And you're just like, no. You can't do that. You can go, oh, Kellen's half Fae, so he tries not to lie because the Fae don't lie. But you can't go, he doesn't lie. You can't do that because that's fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense. He would know he was half Fae. He would have figured out in his first 15 years of life that he couldn't lie. What kind of brain dead fucking idiot would you have to be to figure out you can't lie? Every child has the instinct to lie. There'll be a kid who's eating the ice cream out of the freezer who will point at the dog. You've seen YouTube videos of it. All kids do that, right? Lying. Lying is a sign of intelligence. The faster your kid learns to lie, the smarter they are. That's fucking science. So having the whole Kellen's half face so he can't lie, then how the fuck did he not know that they can't lie? I can't lie. I wonder if I'm Faye. I wonder if my mom has riches and magical powers and wants to bang a shapeshifter from another world who I'll find on a cowboy world. Ugh. What up, Bino? How you doing? Hello, Hermth. So yeah, it's it's pure absurdity. It's pure absurdity. Kellen's just crammed into everything now with no concern. It's like he's on his quest for Oko. Okay, so he showed up on Ravnica. He asked around at the detective agency. Nobody knew about Oko. Kea comes from another world. Know about Oko? No. Oh, that's cool. I'm just staying here. Why? I've always been an investigator. The fuck are you talking about, you motherfucker? What even is this, bro? You did nothing in Ixalan. You were just in the inner world in Ixalan. Here I am, running from some goblins. It's just like, what? What is any of this? Amalia's also there. But what about her fucking powers to rewrite the entire world? She can rewrite the entire world. And she's just there in the rubble belt. Eh, whatever. Fuck it. Like... It's so fucking insane, man. Fuck you. Just hire some asshole to keep track of this fucking shit so it makes sense. So it makes fucking sense. Like, man. It's so dumb. We're going to a Wild West world. What stupid story. Bow, 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 bow. Oh. You missed the Gatewatch. Ned, yeah, at least we were in magical worlds. I had no idea what we were in for. I would suck a homeless man's dick to go back to Kaladesh at this point. I would happily just take cars and helicopters to fucking Welcome to Clue Magic and Cowboy Dumbfuck Junction. What are you talking about? Kellen looks hella white in the new set. Are you kidding me? So does Proft mostly. I think they're like they've read the tides of the the tides of what's going on, I guess, in the world, and went, okay, we got to dial it back a bit. But I don't know, man. I don't pay that much attention anymore to that. I just look at it and go, who even knows what character I'm looking at? Kellen looks so insanely different from Lost Caverns of Ixalan to Markov Manor that I'm like, yo, is this Kellen, bro? Is it? Dominic, of course you're 100% in on Cowboy MTG. I'm sure you've made your own custom Brokeback Mountain set with you and me in the art, but it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I don't wish I could quit you because I never started in the first place. You can't quit what you don't start. How long to get Master of the Universe? Well, I mean, whatever, bro. I'd take a He-Man set over a Clue set, I'll tell you that. At least He-Man's like, oh, I have the power. Magic swords and stuff. And Skeletor is delightful. So, you know, I would take that over this Clue lame-ass, dumb nonsense. Really, check it out. So there's these two agencies that like have all this powerful magic that totally take care of Ravnica. But like we're making up a third agency with way less power and no significance. And we're going to like leave the cool shit off to the side. Like Yaris apparently, who's trying to summon all the old gods of Ravnica. And I'm like, Why isn't this anywhere in the story? What is wrong with you? How do you not know what the fuck to take to make a good story? If they already have these fucking details and all this shit, you numpty dumb fucks, how the fuck can you already have so much cool fucking shit that's already written and choose the wrong fucking parts, moron? It's like going to a fucking buffet and then instead of picking the steak and the chicken, you eat the little bits of fucking green shit they have in between all the fucking containers of food, you fucking moron. Clue is magic for the 70 plus crowd. That's funny. I like that, Janelle. That's a good one. That's a good one. Cinder, you have no interest in Magic anymore almost? It feels bad having all the cards and having no interest. Yeah, that would suck, man. You can throw them up on the shelf and see if you feel like you're vibing on it later. I've been having fun playing Magic, like playing on Arena or whatever. But I've also just been shaking my head at how ridiculous Wizards of the Coast is. It's just like, all right. Magic's still fun to play for me, so I haven't lost that, but the rest of it. Maz, you gave up on Magic? Well, I can't blame anybody. You know what? I was going to be like, no, Magic gave up on you. But then I went, whatever. You know what? You're absolutely right. A lot of people gave up on Magic. It's what they deserve. They've earned it. They've earned it through their arrogance and inattentiveness, right? It's fucking absurdity. It's like just pure greedy garbage. Poorly printed cards that are overcosted. Rant number 3. Am I only on my 3rd rant? That's what I do. But you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to get some root beer. I don't have to put up with this shit. I didn't accept it from your mother last night, and I won't accept it from you tonight. I don't have to sit here and take this. I don't have to stand here for this. That was like Rick and Morty. Bitch, that one I think. That's cool. I don't have to stand for this or whatever. All right. Beano? Yeah, man. Boxes are being sold like just to get them out of people's hands. People eating loss on it because it's a terrible product and they need to free up money for other things. Wizards is playing a fucking stupid game, man. You're only going to let yourself get burnt so many times as a business before you go, get fucked, I'm done with you. Super duper, why does everything look different? Did I move? No, bro, you changed. That's it. That's how life goes. Everything seems different to you because you're different now. You've grown up. Congratulations. These are your wonder years. Like, I wonder why the fuck you're wasting my time with your bullshit. How about that? Choke on that. Choke on that one. Figment, what's up? What do I think of all this crossover stuff? What's a crossover? Super duper talking, man. You ain't got to apologize to me for not being around. You're free to live your life. I know that it just like It just means that you don't think I'm funny anymore, and it tragically impacts my self-esteem. So every time I punch Carly in her ribs in like her sleep to get out my aggression and sadness, it's your fucking fault, and you will burn in hell for it. Wait, did I start out saying it's okay? It's not okay. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Either be here every day or fuck you. All this Universe Beyond stuff. Figment, what's Universe Beyond? Janelle, I think the issue is they have a different definition of what a win or a loss is. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all just from a perspective of, can they get more money from us for the product? That's the win now. The win isn't delivering a good product. The win is getting the numbers. Loco, you got a case just to see? You can see it from space. Why you gotta buy a case? That blows my mind. This is the worst thing they've ever done for a standard set, hands down. 7C says MTG versus Bacon. Well, Magic versus Bacon. Let's break it down. They're both rectangular-ish, right? Yeah. They're both greasy as fuck. Only one is delicious. If I really have to choose, if I'm only allowed to take one with me into eternity, sorry, Magic, I love you, but Bacon edges it out, especially right now, right? Bacon, like, I don't get a pack of bacon and they're like, ha ha ha, we fucked you, right? I've never just been like, oh, shit, they fucked me over here. But Magic cards, oh yeah. I never go, wow, look at the insanely poor quality of this bacon. I'm just like, oh, it's just food. Oh, we're good. Okay, cool. You know? Thanks for the super chat and the conundrum. But you know, you haven't cared less about a standard set since Strixhaven? In a weird turn of events, I'm collecting more murders at Markov Manor on my Arena account than I did of a bunch of other sets. But that's not because I'm actually, like, playing it specifically, that set. It's because I have put in 5 pre-release codes, so that gave me, like, 30 boosters. And then I've just been playing with the white-blue soldier precon, messing about, and I've been winning booster packs from it. So I'm going to have a bunch of cards from the set, but I'm not hyped about it. I'm not looking to, like, oh, wow, this is great, because it's just, most of it is so dumb. And the more I see it, I'm like, I can't believe they did this, man. I can't believe they just, like, were like, take this elemental that's in Ravnica and just paint a hat on it and, like, add hat to this artwork. Like, we paid a magic artist to paint this really cool elemental flying up above Ravnica. And we've had it sitting around, and we're going back to Ravnica. And we're making a detective paint a stupid fedora on him. It's so dumb. It's so incredibly fucking stupid. Good luck, Dominic. Good luck, buddy. Good luck trying to get on that Brothers War train. Brothers Wars, but yeah, sure it was. Brothers Wars was awesome. Card quality was as abysmal as ever, but the actual cards, a lot of awesome stuff. Great flavor. Juggling, that's right. That's right. There's a whole range of things now, buddy. Yeah, exactly, Janelle. This is them launching the play boosters, which is just, it's just wild. It's wild. I have this one sitting here, and like I'll get the itch to open packs. Like I've got this mystery booster. This I'm like, yo, what's inside here? What's inside here? This I'm like, what's inside here? Do you know what I mean? Like the difference? Like when I remembered, oh, I saved a mystery booster. Yes, cool, that'll be fun to open. And then I'm got like this, and I'm like, I legitimately thought to myself, am I just better off not opening these live or in videos and stuff like that in front of people, because all I'm going to do is inevitably complain. That's what I did when we did the wheel stream and I cracked one of those. I just started ranting about how awful it was. And I'm like, I don't think that the point of booster openings is to be berating the shit. That's not what most people want. Ashmead, what's up? Feels like burning cash versus discovering treasure. Yeah, that's true. Ashmead, your 500 plus alpha cards are being held by Philippines Customs. They say there's an issue with the customs form being too vague, and they're not being helpful explaining what they need. Oh, no wonder you're freaking out, bro. I hope that gets resolved for you, because that's a lot of alpha, bro. Pestilence says Markov Man is perfect. It brings more people to sorcery. Other card games rubbing their hands going, hey, what's up? We're not doing dumb shit. Come on over. Have a good time. Dominic, eat the play booster. You know what, bro? I picture you saying that to like some 7-year-old kid who's come into your store with their allowance, and you're yelling it at him with a gleam in your eye. You should be ashamed of yourself. So yeah, this is how they bring play boosters out, with the laziest crap. They're like, get a pack where you get 2 rares in the packs, and it'll always be a land or something, and it won't feel that great. But it's just like set boosters. We ain't playing. That's why we call them play boosters, because we're not playing around, not playing with them. Coding Monkey, you don't get how people can just open boosters as content. Feels like lazy content. Oh, he puts in brackets. You, in contrast, give commentary, so it's not that. I feel what you're saying. Where they just open a pack, show you the cards, don't tell you, like, anything about them, and just, like, here are the cards, and that's it. It does feel lazy. Well, you're not wrong. It is lazy in terms of opening. But it also tends to be the preferred way that a lot of people want their openings. Just open it up and then just go, woo, and I get a big one. And other than that, just show me the cards. Let's go. Like, opening videos are something a ton of people do, and it's completely understandable the draw behind it, right? Like for a lot of people, it's not that they're being lazy, right? It's that they're think that, man, it'd be really cool to be able to share my excitement and my openings with other people, and if I can get a little bit of money, it will help cover the cost of my boosters. How neat would that be? Imagine a world where the booster packs you opened were paid for by opening the boosters. Woo! That feels like magic. And that other people would go, oh, neat, you got the Snoot Doodler, bro. That's awesome. I hate the Snoot Doodler. It's bullshit. Magic's busted and I hate it. No, that comment was from the Magic Historian. Ashmead, they have a policy that any packages not picked up in 10 days they consider abandoned and destroyed. Oh, bro, that's a ticking clock, man. You've just made this into like a heart-pumping movie. Well, I'm going to send good mojo your way. Hopefully that helps out, because I know that you think of me as a man of great international reach, but I have no ins with Philippine customs or even Canadian customs. So I can't do nothing for you other than send my good wishes to you, good sir. Yeah, Figments. Everyone will love a card bashing opening. Well, I mean, I did. They sometimes just turn into that. Like, there was that one bundle where I kept getting fucking Sky Diamonds, man. Foil Sky Diamonds out the ass, right? So sometimes I just lose it. I don't start out intending to talk smack. It just happens. The 7th C says, will you explain the new set, new rules, plus minus? What the fuck is that? What are you even asking me? To tell you the new set and all the new rules? You want to know what the new set is? The new set is a bunch of detective dumb fuckery. So there's going to be a whole bunch of creatures with a detective type that don't mean shit. And only interact with each other, and they won't even go back and make other cards that literally have detective in the name and are from Capenna, where they got that fucking artwork from before detectives, because fuck you, dickhead. And also, what else? What else do you need to know? The art is all just crampled together from Ravnica and all the police they took out of New Capenna because idiots on Twitter were like, so they were just like, we better take all the police out of this Capenna set because people on Twitter will go blah, 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 blah. So they did, and now they're like, we got it all, shove it in Markov Manor as fucking detectives. But don't worry, you also get an Agatha Christie murder mystery where you get, hey, this bitch is dead, they found Zagana dead holding a fucking black flower. The flower won't matter. Why is it being brought up? Because it's laying beside her in one of the two artworks showing her dead. But she's not holding it in either of them? No. So then why the fuck did you mention it in the story? Shut up, it's cool. So, you got Zagana's dead. And then immediately, Teysa Karlov, being like the super powerful Orzhov guild leader, just immediately calls in the favor of fucking having somebody who can fucking raise the dead come in and bring Zagana back to life, right? Because Zagana is a powerful and prominent member of the Simic. So they resurrect Zagana, and then Zagana explains, oh, no, sorry, none of that. Never mind. They go and get a fucking telepath who can read minds, and they start to try and fucking track down who the... Nope, imaginary friend over there says that's not what fucking happens either. So yeah, they bring in Kellen, because Kellen is like a really good investigator, all right? And Kellen's like, I investigate, I'm good, I'm gonna grab a guy. I grab a guy. Whoa, I caught a Trotta with a hug. And so then you should buy it because it's a good set, because it's got the clue. Like, if you've thought that having epic swords and stuff like that was cool equipment, wait until you're using the candlestick. It's a candle holder, and you can put a candle in it. And, like, whenever you equip it, you get +1/+1 because it's a candle holder, and I know how much stronger I feel when I'm holding a candle holder. But on top of that, you can see the future. So every time you attack, you get to surveil too. And I mean, the flow of that makes perfect sense. You've picked up a candlestick holder, so you're both stronger and you can see into the future, but not in any way that'll stop a murder. And then there's also the magical equipment rope, which is super, super strong. It's a tattered rope that's holding a curtain, and it costs 3 to equip. But don't worry, you can sacrifice it for 2 mana because it's a clue. Just like you can sacrifice the lead pipe for 2 mana because it's a clue. Just like you can sacrifice the candlestick holder for 2 mana because it's a clue. And it's really satisfying. The more I talk about it, the more I like it. It's good. Where was the card where someone said they got stabbed in the stomach and the story said they got stabbed in the heart? I don't know, man. I don't know. Coding Monkey. Oh, yeah, the pins. They were a limited time thing, man. The one run, unfortunately. 7C. So in the year I took off, it got worse. Oh, yeah. Oh, you have no fucking earthly idea, bro. You've been gone for a year? Well, buckle up, Buttercup. Spread them cheeks, son. Because next set is the fucking Wild West, bro. Wild West. Get your fucking Will Smith dick spiders ready. And, like, if that's not cool enough for you, if you think that's not cool enough, then I have 2 words for you that scream Magic the Gathering. Death, race. Monster, trucks. So, drag racing, monster truck card, death race across 3 different planes. And that's definitely not because they have a bunch of random slush artwork kicking around that they're going to staple together for another garbage standard set like Markov. No, that's definitely not why. It's a death race across 3 planes because 3 planes is the perfect amount of places to death race over, and all of the artwork I'm sure will be absolutely death race oriented and not just a bunch of random disparate art, as they actively clean up all the slush art and use every single piece of art they have kicking around because they're in their fucking death throes. That's definitely not what's going on. We're definitely not about to dry hump Universes Beyond for the next 3 fucking years with Marvel and Final Fantasy and Fallout and everything that's not Magic, while they just go quickly scrape together whatever you find at the bottom of the garbage can, call it the lunch special, sell it as standard. So yeah, it's like, bro, Magic is getting butchered. You can see it across the board, man. Everything is shrinking. Stores selling less Magic. A lot of fucking Magic YouTubers and shit. You can hear them talking about it, man. There is a Magic overall is shrinking because Wizards is fucking killing it. They're killing the fucking game. And there's some crackheads out there going, they've sold plenty. Numbers are great. I went to my store. Everybody loves Markov. Do they? How many people at your store do you even fucking talk to? I don't know how much I believe you, bro, because if that's what's going on, it's not what's going on everywhere else. This fucking set's a dog. And anybody who says otherwise is probably a fucking shill. If they just go, yo, I like this set, then cool. I'm just like, cool. But when they come in, it's doing good. Is it? Based on what? You're out of your fucking mind. What's doing good? It's poorly designed. The cases are abysmal. The wording on cases are infuriatingly bad. Where it literally goes, to solve, do X, in brackets, afterwards. If unsolved at end of turn, solve it. It's like, why would you write it this way? Everybody's just going to read this as either do these things to solve it now, or it auto-solves at the end of turn. That's where they're naturally going to go. Like, they got to stop making these cards where they just spend a little bit of extra time to write it in a way that human beings think. Stop parsing it for arena code or whatever the fuck it is you're doing, and make the cards make fucking sense properly. Like, Lagrella the Magpie is an abomination, because most people who read that card think they can exile any number of creatures with it. No. 1 per player. That's what that card says. But it says it in such a fucked up way that people absolutely think you can just use it to take everybody out. Like, for fuck's sakes, you stupid cocksuckers, you're making a game that's about reading fucking cards, assholes. Spend more than 2 fucking seconds. I thought I was having an aneurysm when I read that fucking blue case where it's like, to solve, cast 4 instants or sorceries. And then in brackets, if unsolved, solve at the end of turn. I'm like, so either I have to do 4 things all at once, which feels like a lot, or wait until the end of turn? That can't be it. And then I'm like, so what you're actually saying is that, and then it's just, you can reword it. And it's like, bro, there are ways to word this where it will not confuse people that way. It's the worst wording, man. It's awful. Figman says, I get more joy watching your videos than I do opening these new sets. Magic has so much IP. That's where it's best, and we're not going to get that for over a year. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. And yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what's going on. We're gonna get the Bloomborough, aren't we? Don't we get Bloomborough like the end of the year? Don't we have to just play the Hold On? Guys, aren't we playing Wilson Phillip right now? Right? Someday some Magic set's gonna come along and make you cry. Don't you know? If you something, hold on, 'cause Magic's lame, you know? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That song? Someday Markov Manor's gonna come out and it's gonna make you cry. Figment, you the new lord of the board. I gotta get some new markers. This is bad, man. This is bad. Green Monkey, it's a good way to start the day with my rant. Thanks, buddy. Ravnica is so rich it's a slap in the face. Yep. It's stapled together nonsense. It's stapled together nonsense, and it's crazy that it's not some side product thing. They totally butchered a premiere set to try and sell us jumpstart packs dressed up as a Clue side game. Why the fuck would I ever want to play a Clue version of fucking Magic? For real. Clue is fucking shit compared to Magic. Clue is fine on its own when that's what you want to play as its own game. But trying to pretend Clue is cool in Magic, bro, we can go to any fucking world and get into Titanic battles. Who gives a fuck that some stupid, worthless dickheads that I would make fight for me ended up offing each other in a random dickhead house on Ravnica? Fuck you and your mother for wasting my time. Clue's garbage. Monopoly isn't next, but Monopoly is inevitable. I call it the monopolification of Magic the Gathering, right? Where they're just any brand. It's like Munchkin style. Munchkin became the snake eating its own fucking tail. When I saw Munchkin Pathfinder, I was like, does not compute. Munchkin is literally D&D. Pathfinder is literally D&D. It's like putting milk on a package twice. What the fuck does this mean? You know? Are markers legal in Canada? B, no, they're not. So you got to send me some. But you got to get like the blockers so they can't see there's markers in there. Or I'll be put in prison for being a huffer. Ah, ew. That's gross. The fuck? That was not worth it, man. I tasted it. I thought I was trying to not have a headache. The end is nigh all the time. Well, that's me. Apparently, I'm just ringing the doom bell. But all I'm doing is saying what's happening. Like, somebody put a comment on my video today, and I felt for him, where he's like, I can't take these negative videos. You used to have fun on this channel. That's what he said. And I saw it, and I'm like, I know. I didn't want it to be like this. I didn't make them do this to the game, and I don't know what to do other than to scream in the void. I don't know how to fucking just go, hey guys, everything's great, it's gonna be totally fine, look at how awesome this new set is. They're definitely not coring out something I love dearly. They're definitely not selling the internal organs of one of my loved ones right now. We're all good, everything's awesome, so let's talk about how the new meta's gonna be affected by this fucking goat or whatever, right? Right? As long as we smile, we're not on a fucking sinking ship. As long as we keep a happy tone, our baby's not getting knifed in the gutter, right? Right? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I've been here for a long time. I see it all. I can't just fucking be like, I can have fun, open Magic, playing around with it, but I can't be happy about what's happening with the game right now. And I'm just supposed to fucking pretend like I am because other people don't want to feel bad? Like, don't watch my shit. I didn't make you. You got to take some level of responsibility for what you're clicking on and stuff, right? Like, you got to choose what you watch. I didn't make you do this, and I didn't make the game like this. So, I'm just here in it, buddy. Oh, yep, definitely. I mean, Monopoly's just a matter of time. They're gonna cram all this. We're gonna have a Magic the Gathering Battleship set. Do you think we won't? Why wouldn't we? They gave Battleship its own movie. They've got a bunch of garbage properties that they're like, we gotta try and sell these to the kids. Millmaster says, Michael, paint me like one of your girls. Like a French girl. Chutes and Ladders, The Gathering. Chutes and Ladders. $700 a box. 12 packs. 4 cards a pack. Oh, man. Yeah, try and use our working property and pump sales for toys in a world where toy sales are way down. Hasbro has not kept up with the times, and they went from being a leader in stuff for kids. Like, so much of the stuff from my childhood is through them. And now, they've lost it, right? So this is it. This is where they get their money from. Seven C, you're gonna open a Ravnica remastered pack. You're get a Shockland, get a Cyclonic Rift, or get fucked, basically. Ashmead, you realized halfway through the Battleship movie that it was about the game? It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. They made that movie when they could have made a Magic the Gathering movie or a D&D movie or something like that. But the previous D&D movie with like Marlon Wayans or whatever was so awful that they were just like, no, never mind. We'll literally make it about Battleship because that feels like a safer bet. What was the last really great set? I mean, I don't know about really great, but I would say like the original Throne of Eldraine was a pretty solid set. It was overpowered, so toned the power level down a bit, but they spent a bunch of effort on the story. It was actually going to be a 2-part story. The second part was basically the first part is like man versus the wilds. The second part is now some man is on the side of the wilds against man. So you've got a different kind of dynamic. And that all got shifted into the Bonders of Ikoria when they went, okay, we're not doing a second we're not doing a second Throne of Eldraine. We're now doing a Godzilla crossover, so make up a set that can have Godzilla in it. And that's why Ikoria is called Lair of Behemoths, because there's like maybe 2 or 3 big cards in the whole set. They called it Lair of Behemoths so they could do a Godzilla tie-in. And that's what ended up destroying the second part of Eldraine. And ever since then, it's just been a bunch of dog shit and fucking crap, because that's been the beginning of the IP dry humping nonsense where they're just like, we just got to do all these crossovers and secret layers, and it's just we're in such a fucking ridiculous world where they bring Standard Showdown back, and I'm looking at them going, you're giving away cards that you can't play in Standard as the prizes for this? Yup. And you're not sending enough for any real amount of people? Yup. And you're sending a handful of basic lands? Yup. Does that count as doing anything? Like, what the fuck is this? We're revitalizing Standard. Thumbs up, buddy. Top notch. Top notch. Dom, gonna get some Throne of Eldraine to see if it can respark your love for the game. Well, it's got some good flavor. The story, the actual written story for it is genuinely enjoyable too. It's pretty wild. Oh, Felonious T. Yeah, bro. I got Ember cleaved left, right, and center when I was playing on Arena. Millmaster, do you think they cared so little about card design by Throne? I look at Throne as when they actively chose, because Throne is actually the first set designed under fire. So I believe that they cared, right? But not cared about making a balance set. The opposite. They cared about making it so strong that it hit other formats, right? And then we've just seen from there that they're just scattershot now and really feels unfocused. But yeah, Throne felt like just we're busting out. This is what fire design is. We're going into every format now. Eat a bag. Grasshopper, exactly. They know why Standard is failing. They don't want to do anything that costs them money about it, right? They want the Standard fixes to be like, can't we just make a tweet and fix it? Like, okay, guys, we want Standard to be fixed, but it can't involve changing design or anything about the way the cards are made or any of that. And it's just like, what? So if you guys could just get back to what you were doing without us, like, doing anything, that'd be great. Bino, yeah, Oko was a disgrace. That card was, like, way too powerful, bro. Way too powerful. 7C, the pack was already open. Oh, did you get some repacks from somebody online? Is that what happened? Fixed Standard with Battleship. Oh, God. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. For real. When it comes to the Battleship and stuff like that, this clue set, I don't think that they're going to take the right messaging from this and understand they shouldn't be doing this shit. I think they're going to try this multiple fucking times. Because Hasbro is in really, really bad shape. 7C got it from Walmart. Oh, people steal packs from there or buy them and return them and put other stuff in there. There's so many skeezes going on. We tested it. Monopoly serialized secret lair. Oh, but these secret lairs come with like a special edition thimble or a little dog or something like that. How are the sales on Karlov Manor? Terrible. Terrible. I've talked to people from game stores that have returned 75% of their product. I even heard in one instance of, we sold like one box of it at our store. It's doing miserably to the point where game stores will return it to the distributor and eat a 15% loss, which means they're probably canceling out any profit they made from selling any of the other stuff too, right? If you return a ton of it at a loss, that little bit you sold, your profit was eaten up paying for the loss on the rest of it, and you just wasted your time to sell Magic cards for free to help Wizards out and the distributor or something. Wizards and distributors get money, and you get to have worked for them for free by your own choice, right? Like it's not sustainable. Yeah, got Amazon dumps going on. That's definitely, like, literally you have stores going, look, I got my distributor. They want me to buy the box for $117 from them. So you're a game store and you go, it's going to cost me $117 to buy it from my distributor. Amazon is selling it to the consumer for $120. Right? So even if you just fucking tack on the 10%, so you can get $12 on the box that you just sold, right? Now you're fucking $10 higher than Amazon to make $12 off of bringing in a box. And that's how you have to pay for everything with your shop. Like, Wizards has fucked the LGSs, like, so hard. Bino says, Louis said he's buying from TCG Player because it's cheaper than distro. Yeah, distributors are going to get fucking pissed at Wizards too. If a distributor buys a box and to make profit, they have to sell it for $117 to a game store, not to a fucking end consumer, to a game store, and then Amazon's selling it for $3 more, those distributors are going to stop buying the Magic. They're going to be like, whatever, right? It used to be that distributors would sit on boxes of Magic. They would be like, these ones are going to be good later down the road, so we're going to keep them, set them aside, and then you'll pay more. But that's not happening anymore. They just want it out the fucking door because they know it's toxic fucking garbage that's just going to crash. Do you think that sitting on boxes of fucking Markov Manor and crap like that is just going to go up in value over time? If there are any few breakout stars in the fucking set that would actually push the value of the box up over time, they'll be rapidly reprinted by Wizards long before the box would appreciate in any reasonable sense. So Wizards really is just going, hey, fuck it, we'll do it all through Amazon. And it's like, okay, but this is not the wisest way to do things. You know, you have like these live places that people run out of passion and barely make any money, but will still keep doing it. But if you fuck them too hard, you're going to lose all of that to other games. Those LGSs aren't all just going to close because of Magic. They're just going to switch over to other games like Lorcana and things where they can actually make some fucking money because Wizards just won't give them any room to make money selling their product. It's like, work really hard to be part of our WPN program while we go out of our way to fuck your business into the dirt for an extra $1. Go fuck yourself. We tried to kill you guys off already in a way when we took all of your players for Arena. And then when was everyone not playing Standard anymore? We forced the game stores to force their players online. And now Why is everybody online doing that? Why aren't they coming in? You fucking set this up, motherfucker. Duke, I don't take the fucking word of anybody talking about how well a product's doing when there's somebody who has a lot of it and they sell it. That's it. I learned that lesson a long time ago when I bought a hat that was too fucking small for me from a guy in the mall. Like a fucking moron, I put the hat on and I asked the dude who was selling it to me, does this look too small? And he said no, because that meant money in his fucking pocket. So anybody who has a bunch of fucking Markov Manor to sell and tells you it's a good set, well, guess what? Buying my dumps in a bag is a fucking great idea. $100, I got them right here. I got them all day. You want me to shit in a bag for you? I can do that. Fuck it. I mean, whatever, bro. For real. The rule is you don't fucking take the word of the person selling you the fucking shit. Wizards also says it's good. It's fucking dog shit, right? It's dog shit. If somebody's holding you something out to sell it and they're the one telling you it's awesome, well, do they have any incentive to lie to you? Yeah, it's called fucking money. It's called why they got the thing in the fucking first place. It's so awesome, I'm not keeping it. I need you to buy it. Okay, great. It's so good, get it. Oh, do you have it now? Yeah, no, that's garbage. Right? So, that's the deal. That's the deal, man. You don't trust the person fucking selling it to you to have your best interests in mind. They have their best interests in mind. And at the end of the day, it's business and they probably don't give a fuck about you. So, that's it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Now check reviews, check pricing. You can see it. It's across the board, man. This one's obvious. It's obvious. The numbers for the pre-releases are fucking down across the board. People aren't rushing out to pay a fucking increased price of up to 30% more for a diminished, lazy experience that doesn't even resonate as Magic. Hey guys, come on out to the new Magic pre-release where it's 30% more and it's a stupid murder mystery that doesn't really feel like Magic. Okay. There's a bunch of detectives you've never heard of and never will hear of again crawling over Magic, including the most incredible detective ever. This guy who can solve anything and's been on Ravnica for everything that's ever happened on Ravnica. Remember when War of the Spark was happening? Remember when that happened and fucking Nicol Bolas was threatening everybody? Remember War of the Spark? Yeah, Proft was there. He was there on the world. Was he now? Why didn't he bend his prodigious talents to, I don't know, anything at any point? That's right. That's what happens when you spin people up at a whole cloth like bullshit. Beano! Gifting Ashmead a membership. Nicely done, buddy. Thompson taking a break from writing a dissertation to listen to some ranting. All right. Grasshopper says, I could buy 4 boxes of waifu cards for the price of 1 Magic box. Well, that's it. The price tag that they want. Like, other games are quickly becoming a much better deal because they're putting in real effort because they have to. Magic is fat and arrogant. They're like, we're the king on our throne. And it's like a king gets fat and lazy enough and he loses his throne, right? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Stops being what he was and becomes fucking greedy and worthless. And that's Wizards of the Coast. They think they deserve to be able to fucking charge us these insane prices, but they haven't improved card quality. They want us to pay way more than a draft box, and there's less cards in it. They fucking made draft a worse experience because of it. Like, it's all ridiculous. It's fucking absurdity. And it's the sign of a fucking decaying empire. And the people who fucking disagree with that, they're not paying attention, man. They're not paying attention. People say, people have said Magic was failing all throughout the years. Great. That doesn't change anything about what I'm saying. I'm right now. So what somebody said, anybody else said about whatever else, fuck them. I guess they weren't right. I am. This is the worst the game's ever been on like every fucking level. So I'm just the bearer of bad news. I didn't fucking make the game what it was. I've been here all along just trying to love it and do right by it. Magic has become Squid Games for the LGSs. That like that feels pretty bang on. That's funny. 7th Sea spent $300 and got one Jurassic Park card. Check your lands, because the Jurassic Park cards are also lands and a token. Do you know how many people got angry about that? They're like, wait, one of the tokens can be Jurassic Park? Or these double-sided lands are Jurassic Park lands? I wish I had known. Wizards really milked that basic land shit. It's kind of fun to watch them get to the point where they can't cram them into super drops anymore, because the super drops are progressively worse and worse. And they're just like, people aren't nibbling. We can't risk it with these land ones. So they are selling out some of those secret layers, though. It's not like nobody's buying them, but Wizards has worn out secret layers welcome in a number of ways. It doesn't help that they were like, secret layers also like promo cards we give out and like full-on commander decks. And secret layer is basically whatever we put that label on. And it's like, you guys have a really bad habit of just calling everything, and then it becomes fucking meaningless. So the marketing of Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering specifically, is sometimes pretty obnoxious. Being lied to by people. Oh, I know that you guys thought that, Iconic Masters was going to be, like, the whole history of Magic and whatever. But we don't know why you thought that, because it was always just going to be iconic creatures. But good news, we're marketing Masters 25 right now. And that is exactly what you thought it'd be. And it's just like, you're liars. You're trying to be like, oh, we just meant iconic creatures. You know your marketing material's still up. And people can go and read it, right? And they can read that it's clearly not what you're saying, and that you did intend for us to think that it was a historic romp through Magic and not just, you thought it was a history of Magic? No, it's Hydras and Angels, stupid. But Masters 25 is the set that you think it is. Meanwhile, Iconic Masters and Masters 25 were originally one Master set where they went, what if we got really greedy and instead of making like one Master set, we made two, and instead of making it to serve Modern, we just go, it's a theme Master set. So like, it doesn't need to have cards that are like about Modern per se, right? We reprint whatever. We get to charge way more. This is awesome. Wait, what? They're rotting in the warehouse and no one will buy these garbage sets? But like, we put our extra scarcity into it. People asking Rosewater, hey, why is Imperial Recruiter Mythic Rare in this set? Rosewater just goes, scarcity. Like, he just got nothing to say. It's just dead-eyed naked greed. Yeah, we just want to make it harder to get because we're hoping to make things more expensive for you. There's no other justification. I don't have a mechanical justification. None of it. We're just trying to make it harder to get. That's all. It's like, okay. Seventh Sea, yeah, people have bought a lot of secret layers. I like a lot of the secret layer cards and actively want them, but the way that Wizards approaches it all is just gross. Like, what they do is so fucking scuzzy. They sit there and go, what are these cards worth on the secondary market? Pick high value targets. Then figure out if they're going to crater so that we can do the reprint equity double dip, where we go, check it out. There's this card that's like $30 on the secondary market, but we're going to put it in a $30 secret layer with 3 other cards. What a good deal for you. Isn't that awesome? You should buy it. And then people go, whoa, they haven't reprinted this card in forever. Look at that. That's amazing. And they buy the secret layer. And then like 3 weeks later, Wizards is like, announcing the next set. Remember that $30 card? We're reprinting this set too. And it's like, if they had told people that, people wouldn't have bought the secret layer. But they do that, and then it cranks down to like, boo, nothing. And they're just like, oh, well, I mean, that's just how it goes. The whole, like, they're actively pillaging the secondary market, like hardcore, in a way that's absurdly stupid. Because they built up a community of people who are hyper financialized Magic players, and now between Arena and the new nonsense they're pulling, they're actually breaking that mentality, and people aren't viewing Magic cards as the same financial commodities they once did. They've literally they have damaged the overall psyche of the Magic player base in a way that has decommodified Magic cards significantly. Magic 30 caused a ton of people to go, oh yeah, you know what, Wizards, you're right. I don't actually need real Magic cards when I'm playing with my friends, and I don't need to pay you $1,000 for a box when I can pay somebody in China $20 for a couple of decks. So I guess I'm just gonna sell my cards, stop buying Magic, and just have what I want proxied for a tiny little fraction of what I gave you guys all the time. And then done with that. And that happened a lot. Like a lot, to the point where game stores were like, we're seeing unprecedented amounts of old school reserve list cards, the Power 9, all of it. As there was just a deluge of people going, fuck it, I'm out. I'm not even. Wizards is trying to come for the reserve list. They've clearly signaled it. On top of that, they're clearly condoning proxies. It's so funny to pretend this is just a collector's product, purely for collectors. Now, we've modified the rates at which certain cards show up because those cards are more desirable for gameplay. Those cards are more desirable for collectors. Dual lands show up twice as often. Weird. Why is that? It's definitely not because Commander players love dual lands and want them or whatever. It's so funny to watch them try and be like, watch us reprint the reserve list and run around all you guys, and then just go, oh no, oh no. Everybody's hate watching us. We are getting like skewered. Big companies and like YouTubers are refusing to work with us. Everybody's coming by to get in on this boot stomping. We are looking real bad, and a bunch of our customers are bailing on us for good. It's so funny to watch. Like, there's no way they had any inkling that it would backfire that hard, right? They thought maybe we won't sell as many as we want, but like they trumpeted that product so much. They were just like, woo! They were high on crack off of secret layer sales and all that fucking pandemic money, right? So they were just like, we can't lose! And then everybody, like, has never been seen before Magic, everybody communally merged their feet into one gigantic boot and just started kicking Wizards in the dick over and over and over and over and over until Wizards just went, uncle! And just gave up. Gave the fuck up on that. And ran off to lick their wounds and try and figure out the next way to come after the reserve list, because their surefire sale, it's the price tag too. Literally, they would have won and nailed it if they had lowered the price. They probably could have got away with $25, $30, maybe even $50 boosters if we're being real. But $250 boosters was definitely way too much. Way too much. And then, of course, they also stagger the crap where it's like, I bet you they track printed it so you don't even have an equal chance of getting the bigger cards, as they had wet dreams of people buying multiple boxes, chasing the cards, cracking them, and they're like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. That's right, Oni. Even Wall Street got in on the beatdown, bro. Yep, they played themselves well. Juglum! Yeah, actually, Ashmead said it. My commander, Hayes is on Tamar, bro. Hayes is on Tamar. Seven, see, Hasbro doesn't care. Like, the thing is, Hasbro doesn't care about the damage done to Wizards of the Coast. They don't care about the brand or anything like that. This is like an old grandpa who's willing to suck the blood out of their own kid. Like, oh, whatever, man. I don't care that you die. I don't care that this line ends. If I can live for another month, I don't care if you die with me. That's what we're dealing with, right? That's the problem. Is Hasbro is getting slaughtered. And Wizards is the only place for them to suck blood from. And they don't care because they're trying not to die. So if Wizards does and Magic does, fuck them, right? That's it. It's just like Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering, just another G.I. Joe. Just another Polly Pocket. Just another fucking Hot Wheels, bro. Right? It's not this special thing to them. It's a fucking line item. And either it makes money or it doesn't. And if it makes money, you get as much as you can. And if it doesn't, you fucking get rid of it. That's it. That's it. Janelle, that's why they didn't want Magic 30 to go to the game stores first, because they didn't want there to be, they wanted to try and establish the market. That's why instead of sending it to game stores first, they sent screw case copies of like Time Twisters and Moxes to like the big sports players who play Magic 2 to be like, take pictures of holding this. Ooh, it's in a screw case. It must be a special rare, whatever. It ain't no different from a basic land. It's bullshit nonsense, right? Like, it's that level. Some people might go ooh and ah, but it's not the real deal. It's just garbage. So if they sent them out to game stores, they'd have people actually valuing them at something reasonable, perhaps. And then on top of that, the game stores that would destroy them out of protest over what Wizards was doing and stuff, all of it. It would just be terrible. Wizards creates brand new tribute to its old set to celebrate 30th anniversary. Stores destroy it in protest. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Janelle, exactly. Hasbro's using Wizards right now, and they're extracting cash from Wizards to basically try and patch holes in the ship, but also to launch other initiatives, other products to try and make money, find the next thing that's going to keep them going. So Magic has to support itself, Hasbro, and new initiatives, and that money has to all come from us. It's Sisyphean in nature. It's an impossibility. It's an unending task that they will not accomplish. The real question is, how diminished will Magic the Gathering become as a result of what they're doing? That's the biggest question. Well, either way, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It's time for me to get going. This live stream, actually, if you want to see it in its entirety, it will be put up on the live stream archive later on. So that will come out in like the next 24 hours or so. I'll grab the live stream link and let's see here. I'll grab the link, I should say, for the archive. That way, if you want to grab it before we go, it's right here. So yeah, subscribe to the live stream archive. We're getting really close to the 1,000 subscribers over there, so it'll be in the full-on partner program. We'll have the memberships and everything over there too. And yeah, this stream will be available over there within, I'd say 14, 15 hours probably. So, good night, my friends. I descend into the waters of destruction, and we will reconvene tomorrow.